So, this weekend is officially over. It didn't go by fast. I think it went by at exactly the speed that I would hope it would go. I just finished eating, so I'm like just breathing. So my final thoughts, comments, feelings on the weekend, and specifically today. We had our program session this morning and basically said goodbye to Geneen, and it was just what I needed, and in some ways very life-changing. And I won't lie, I sit here and taking in just everything she taught us, everything that she reviewed, and there was one thing that she mentioned again today, and actually that my roommate had also mentioned yesterday, and it's that, how badly do you want to take your life back? I mean, we can go on, we can think about these eating guidelines that we learned about, we can soak in, be kind to yourself, don't judge yourself, this is how you change your relationship with food, or whatever that thing is for you, whether that's food, whether that's drugs, whether that's being a workaholic, whatever that is for you. But the ultimate bottom line question that you have to ask yourself, and the choice that you have to make, is how badly do you want to take your life back? And if you're willing to really commit yourself to this process, and it has to be that like cost-benefit situation where you wanting to have your life back, you wanting to be happy, you wanting to believe and know that there's something more enriching, has to be bigger and way more than whatever that other thing is for you, eating, when you're, as a way to cope with feelings. That desire has to be more than whatever negative coping strategy that you're using, or whatever that thing is that's really not working for you. In the moment it may work for you, but in the long run it doesn't. So for me, again, that question is, do I want to take my life back? And is this desire bigger than eating? Is this desire bigger than being in shitty relationships or friendships, or repeating these behaviors that I can sit here and I could play victim or feel bad for myself, but I have responsibility in that. I have responsibility in doing things different, and I have a choice to make as to whether I want to actually live my life. Because we're living, right? Biologically, we're living. But on a deeper level, we're not. Or at least I feel like in many ways I'm not. So she basically just had us do a couple exercises today. One being, basically, what do you want to do that you absolutely love doing? And this is a tough one for me, because sometimes I feel like I'm that type of person that has a plan. I am that person who feels like she has to have a plan for everything. I had a plan as to what career I wanted to do. I had a plan as to going to New York, and I just always planned my life. I planned what age that I wanted to get married. I planned the age I wanted to have kids. Whatever that is, I basically am just living my life making plans, but I'm not actually living it. So, and half the time I'm making plans for things that I don't even want to do or like, but just because it's either expected or it's what society tells us is the right steps to take. And this is a hard one too, because as much as I want to have control over just doing whatever the heck I want to do. For me personally, I also have a higher power that I rely on and that I have faith in, and I don't necessarily want to do what I want to do. I want to do what his divine purpose is for me. So that's kind of a little twist as well. Like, that even though what's good about this sort of mentality is that why stay stuck doing something just because someone else said that that's what you're supposed to do, because it's expected of you, because people say you'll be good at it, because whatever that is. Why stay stuck in that if you're not enjoying it, if you're not living it, if you're just enduring it, right? So that piece I really want to connect with and really kind of figure out for myself, what are the things that I really love to do, and how do I do more of that and less of what I don't want to do. I mean, even today, had a couple options as to what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. And again, for the first time, I've never actually, or I didn't actually plan what I was going to do as soon as I left here. And, you know, I had a couple options as to what I could do. And I just said, whatever, like, happens will happen. You know, if I want to do option A, I'm going to do option A. If I don't want to do option A, I don't have to. And there's something really freeing about that, especially for someone like me who, it's all about rules, it's all about what's expected of me, it's all about how other people are going to perceive me. What if I don't go with option A? Does that mean that the person that I'm supposed to be doing option A with is going to get mad at me? And is that the only reason why I'm doing it, so that this person doesn't, you know, become mad? So it's just good in that sense to know that I do have control over these things, and it's okay to want things, and it's okay to not want things. So I think that was a big takeaway for me today. And again, that idea of just basically making this commitment with yourself, a very serious commitment to do things different. You know, this issue that I have with food, which has fluctuated, and I think what was so cool about it is that I didn't think that I was ever going to go to one of her workshops, first of all, but in envisioning me going to her workshop, I automatically assumed that my goal and my idea of going was to figure out how to lose weight. And I have to say, that thought did not enter my mind the entire time I was here. Like, the first thing that she even asked us was, from day one, why are you here? And weight just wasn't a thought in my mind, which I feel like is huge progress, because at one point that was all I could think about. At one point all I could think about was how to lose weight, what next weight loss program to go on. And I'm not saying I don't struggle with that now, because I do. Like, there are definitely moments when I feel so stressed out that I do go on a binge. I still have those moments where I do, but I definitely bounce back quicker than I did before. And, you know, I wrote down a couple questions for myself, like a Q&A for myself. By the way, I'm in my car. Obviously, if you haven't noticed, I would have loved to do this video out in the outdoors again, because it's just so beautiful, but it's raining, it's cold, it's dreary, so this is where I'm talking to you, in my car. So, why did I come? And when I thought about that today, because I was reflecting back on, did I really get out of this weekend what I wanted? And I came for guidance, I came for inspiration, I came for just awareness, I came to just be reminded of the things that I did learn from before, from Geneen and her books, and just all of those principles. And did I get that? Absolutely. You know, the work obviously doesn't stop here, and I do feel more committed to wanting to get back into, you know, looking deeper into my relationship with food, but more importantly, looking at my relationship with life, because that's basically what it is. You know, she said, your relationship with food is how you view life, pretty much, which is what I just said. But I feel like I'm at that point in my life where I just feel I want so much more. I want to feel so much more just fulfilled and good and emotionally full. And for me, I think it wasn't about the weight being here. I think it was really about relationships for me. Where I am in my relationships, what those relationships look like. Are they healthy? Are they not healthy? What kind of relationships do I want to be in? What kind of friendships do I want to be in? How do I want to relate to other people? How do I want to view myself? And what my relationship with God is. And what I want that to look like. So I do think that this weekend was very eye-opening for me, reminded me of a lot of things that I had already knew but kind of, forgot these past 6 months or so. And I think I gained so much more in just this crucial time in my life where I feel like I'm just trying to figure out who the heck I am and what I want to be and where I want to go. And that's so scary. Because at times I just feel so lost. But it's just so good to just recognize that and acknowledge it and be okay with just being lost. And being with myself being lost. Not leaving myself to go, dive into a container of chocolate chip cookies. Just being with myself. Being with myself when I'm alone in my apartment. Being with myself, when I feel anxious. So I really feel like I gained so much by being here. And if I could honestly say, if that desire to have my life back, if that desire is more than anything else, I would lie if I said it was 100%. Because there's something comforting about doing the same things over and over again and you get the same exact results, but you still keep trying the same way over and over and over. There's something exciting, and that sounds so bizarre, but there's something comforting, there's something just familiar with that. And change is scary. Change is really, really scary because it's just so unknown. But the payoff obviously is so worth it. So do I feel like I'm 100% there? No. Do I feel like I'm more there than I was 2 days ago? Absolutely. And I think that's a huge accomplishment. So where do I want to go from here is the last question that I wrote on this piece of paper. And I just want to continue to learn more about myself, continue to learn more about my relationships with many things, my relationship with food, my relationship with other people, my relationship with God. Learn more about that and continue to seek after a life worth living, a life where I'm choosing peace instead of turmoil and misery and sorrow and anxiety and depression, that I'm choosing to be peaceful, that I'm choosing to look at life, regardless of what's going on, as something really positive. And that's where I go from here. It's constantly a process. And I'm just excited to have shifted my focus. And I'm way more aware. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna head back to New York. Again, I have no idea what I'm gonna do. But I have the rest of the day to figure that out. But it's been an amazing, amazing weekend here. And I'm so glad that I've challenged myself in the way that I did. And you know, hopefully it's inspirational for you guys as well. You know, I came here alone. I didn't come here with anyone. And doing things alone is scary. It was very scary for me in the beginning. But then you connect with people and you realize that, like, it's okay to be alone, and that could be comforting too, which is something that was never never something that I was comfortable with, that idea. So that's pretty much it. I really appreciate you guys watching this. I know that there's going to be plenty of videos and it's going to be long, but you know, I really appreciate you even watching 5 minutes of this, and hopefully, like I said, it in some way motivates you guys to take a little time to just reflect back on where you're at and where you want to be, and are the things that you are doing now getting you to that place. So I think I will leave you guys with that, and I'll definitely be checking back in with you guys fairly soon. I want to just, you know, go on my path and update you guys, you know, when I feel like it's right. And yeah, so definitely stay tuned, and I hope you're able to today look at what's not wrong in this moment. Thanks again, guys. Don't forget to please subscribe, share this video, or all of my videos, some of my videos, one of my videos. Definitely comment below. Let me know what your thoughts, comments are. And I look forward to talking to you guys soon. Bye.